Okay. Got a bit of water on the lens. So we are in London today. I won't be able to do much filming because I've got a suitcase with me, but I'll try and do a few bits. It's going to talk about interest rates later on, what the impact is and where they're going to go over the next few months. So hope you enjoy the video. Hey everyone, so welcome from London. I'm in Radisson, not far from Waterloo, because we've got been in London today for work stuff and things, and we've got let's just zoom this out a bit. We've got an evening out on a boat along the Thames, so I've booked this Radisson because I didn't want to have the hassle of getting home late at night with the trains and everything else. So this is what you get. It's okay. It was £250, which is on the sort of lower side for London, but I'm here on my own. As you know, what's the point in having something that's too ridiculous? I did consider getting something a bit nicer, but then I just thought it's a bit silly as it's just me. So double bed, TV on the wall behind me, and minibar here. Oh, there's a fridge as well. It's got nothing in it. Okay, so there's no minibar there. There's just teas and coffees and some water, complimentary water. This is the bathroom, which is quite small. I hate this lime green colour. Shower, toilet, sliding door, so you can either have a shower or use the toilet, but not at the same time. And the sink. That's it. That's what you get. I'm not going to take the camera for obvious reasons. Drinking and being on the Thames on a boat is probably not a good idea. I'm not going to have too many because I've got to figure out how to get back here, and I'm slightly annoyed it's in a little bit of an awkward place, but hopefully I'll make it back to Waterloo in a minute and I'll find an easy way. But I got lost walking here from the other side of town, and it was a bit of a disaster. It's taken me an hour instead of about 30 minutes. Went all around the back of South Bank when I'm down near sort of Lambeth. But yeah, the hotel's close to Waterloo Station. I can walk back up there tomorrow, and I'll put the camera back on again. So I will catch you in the next clip, and it will be probably tomorrow or tonight.
Good morning. So I managed to keep it sort of fairly sensible yesterday, but did have a few drinks. A few more than normal, obviously because it was a Christmas kind of event. But anyway, I don't feel terrible. I didn't sleep that great because I never do in hotel rooms. But here's the room in daylight. It's okay. I mean, again, for sort of £250 without breakfast, it's not that great. But yeah, I mean, Waterloo is about a 10-minute walk. Round the corner. I would have preferred it actually to be a bit closer to sort of London, but central London. But I think things have just started to go up and up in price, and I thought I just got to draw a line on this and just get it booked in and go. So yeah, there's the bathroom. So I'm going to have a walk, get a coffee, and maybe get some lunch in an hour or two. See how it goes. I'm not going to rush back. Made the effort to come here, so might as well make the most of it. I'll catch you in a bit. So this is Peter from Nursery's Delicatessen. The restaurant is over the back. It's really nice. I popped in for a quick coffee, and I'll go for lunch in a bit. So I just popped in this place for lunch. Blacklock, amazing value, £18 for a ribeye steak. It's great. So I'm back home now. Going to get on the tube and walk down to Holborn. Catch you in a bit.
So welcome back. Back at my desk now. Let's talk about interest rates. What's happening? Interest rate. Bank of England interest rate anyway has gone up to 3.5% base rate. Lots of banks don't use that as the yardstick for their pricing. They use a London interbanking LIBOR rate normally. which is slightly different, but obviously this will affect what's happening with people borrowing money. And mainly it will affect people borrowing money, people on variable rate deals, which you can do in car finance and mortgages. So the plan is to sort of stop inflation. And I think a lot of inflation has occurred because of greed, also some supply and demand. So you had a lot of people locked down during COVID, not having to travel to work, getting paid full money, or even getting full money on furlough and then going out and getting jobs on top, so they had excess money to spend. And because they couldn't spend it in the shops or going out in restaurants, they'd spent a lot of it in home improvements, hot tubs, all them sorts of things, landscape, and so those industries flourished. So what happens when those industries flourish is that the waiting times get longer and longer for the tradespeople and people doing that work. So they carry on putting the prices up. So a lot of it is greed. They've put the prices up of things so much that everything's costing so much. The fuel thing is a bit of an aside because they claimed it was to do with what was going on in Russia, but who knows? Well, we do know, but it's not just down to that. So a lot of it was greed. A lot of people just putting the prices of things, and they want to try and slow that down. So when you squeeze people's household excess of sort of household income, they're not going to spend that money on those sorts of things. And even people that maybe are in a fixed rate mortgage that they know is coming to an will probably listen to and see this in the news and then cut their spending as well, which usually sort of hits the industries like hospitality and everything. Well, firstly, and the hardest as well. So in a way, it's really bad news for them because they've had 2 years of lockdowns and not being able to trade, and now they come out of that and then they're hit with reduced footfall and reduced spending. On top of that, we've got train strikes and postal strikes happening, which is not helping things. So I think looking at it, this is going to carry on for a few months yet. Don't be shocked or surprised if you see rates going up again. I'll do another video about how to sort of protect yourself in these sort of circumstances and what you can do in terms of reducing your outgoings and increasing your income. And it's don't worry, it's not going to be down to those sort of silly ways of I'll just jump on Amazon and sort of sell some products or that sort of stuff. I'll tell you about some other methods where you can increase income, and it's a sensible and sort of stable thing to do. So yeah, I think it's going to happen going forward. Who knows if they'll stop it when the cost of products comes down, or if the cost of products will come down. I don't know how they're monitoring this. I guess they're monitoring the housing market and fuel and other things. So we'll probably see a bit of a slowdown in housing because it will, if you borrowed £200,000 on 2%, might cost you, I don't know, £400. Now you're going to borrow it at 6%. It's going to cost you £700-800, probably more like £1,000 actually. Haven't done the maths on it, just using some rough examples. So that will obviously slow down the market a bit. Yeah, so I think they're going to carry on with this. Who knows if we'll see it stop, even if inflation comes down. We'll have to wait and see. All you could do is sort of deal with the now and what's going on right at this moment in time, and not worry too much about what might or might not happen, although you can factor that in. I will see you in the next